We had no shot at saying that guy's name, Hustadinov. And it was funny because Skaz off the air goes, this Hustadinov guy's not so bad. And what happens tonight? Husty with the game winner in overtime. Bruins win 4-3. Leadoff take. How do you get outshot like that tonight and win the game? How does that happen? 40-23. And I mentioned before the show today, this is the first time Jonas Korpisalo has played back-to-back games since being traded for Linus Ullmark.
And we had Hustadinov on the walk-off to end the game, and he was tremendous. I want them to interview him all the time. He's been, working on his English, and just the honesty that came out of him in that, but he almost had the same reaction you did.
Corpy, oh my God, 40 shots.
He saw the shots and was like, oh, man.
Like, Korpisalo, there's something here. I hate to bring the sniffer out. Korpisalo tonight, they play in front of him. He took 40 shots. Yep, he coughed up a 2-goal third period, right? But he pulled it out in overtime. There was a Josh Doan shot because he scored earlier, right? Made it 3-1, was it? Yeah, 3-1. And then he stopped another that should have been a goal. This was Korpisalo's night. You got goals from Pastrnak. Kastelik helped out. Hustadinov. Morgan Geekie continues to be hot, right? Like, think about it. Geekie, Pastrnak do what they do every single night. They do what they do. When you get contributions from Kastelik and Hustadinov and Korpisalo, that's team building. I want to talk about tonight's game, but as you're driving home tonight, the Bruins have won 3 out of their last 4 games. They're now 6-7 on the year. I think we knew that they might not be a great hockey team this year. I think we all knew that. And quite frankly, I can't tell you what exactly they do well. I don't know what they do well. Maybe they battle back in games. Is that it? Here's the deal. There's buy-in right now, and there's one guy not on the ice. And it's Jeremy Swayman. Tonight's not about him. The Bruins are trying a new system. Yep. Third period got a little rough. They hung on. They had a chance on the power play. It went into overtime, and they took care of business at home. And it's a good win. Now, the coach went for it, I think, tonight, too. I think he knew they were being outshot, and they were somewhat undermanned when they lost Elias Lindholm. He went for the challenge. They lost. It put him in a tough situation, and considering the momentum that it had, it was a controversial call. In hindsight, I think Sturm was doing everything he could to pull out a win tonight. And that includes starting Jonas Korpisalo. So we'll leave it there, Skaz. We'll get your thoughts. I know you worked the game. You were doing post-game there. Hustadinov joined the guys after. He was happy, very happy with the performance tonight. And you know what? You should be too if you're leaving the game. Say what you want about the Bruins. It's I don't know what they are. But are they an interesting watch? Yeah, because I don't know what they do well. So every now and then, I know you do the Bruins. Yeah, you know what it is for me? I don't know what this team is. But I watched them battle back, and tonight they grinded out a win. We'll leave it there, 617-779-0985. Coming home from the game, this is The Spot. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports. We got a giveaway coming up in a little bit. We got calls. We're going to talk bees. And, Halloween is tomorrow. And we can't wait to let you hear who loves or hates Halloween. So we're here till 11. We're by ourselves. It's just myself and Skaz at 617-779-0985. I'll just do a quick recap on the Bruins win tonight at 4-3 in overtime. It wasn't pretty, but they went up 3-0. Jonas Korpisalo was outstanding. He faced 40 shots tonight. He did give slip by 2 in the third period. There was a big challenge on one of them. It didn't go their way, but they had a power play late in the third period, which sent them into overtime, and Hustadinov sent them home with the winner tonight. But the Bees, again, win 4-3. They've won 6 out of 7, and they're 3 out of their last 4. They were outshot 40-22 tonight. They went 3 out of 4 on the penalty kill. So I would say that's 8 of their last 9 they've killed off, which is good, right? That's good. 8 of 9, good. 1 for 4 in the power play, but it counted. So, Korpisalo was great against the Islanders. 33 saves tonight. Outstanding back-to-back starts. His first time. I'm telling you, watch for this. Now, I think Swayman's back in net against Carolina on Saturday. He should be. But when Marco Sturm talks about buy-in, I wonder if tonight was discipline. Middlestat sat down for Hustadinov. Hustadinov had a turnover. Middlestat came back, scored a goal. Right? Lowry was out tonight, right, Skaz? Lowry out. Defense better. Pastrnak at one point was disciplined. Maybe this is a Swayman discipline. I'm just assuming. They're playing better in front of Korpisalo. The hybrid zone is better in front of Korpisalo. Although it had its leaks, Korpisalo is why they won. Geeky and Pastrnak lead the way. You get additional help from Kastelik and Hustadinov. And bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. 6 and 7. You've won 3 out of 4. Let's hear from you guys at 617-779-0985. And we do have a giveaway to give, so stay tuned for that. And I bet the Miami Dolphins tonight, and I am an idiot. Sums it up, everybody. Pretty much sums it up. All right, let's do it. Will in New Hampshire. Will.
I just wanted to echo the last thing you said is I remember Colin last year saying the team has no identity. I'm so frustrated. And I feel the same way you do. The team doesn't have a specific identity. But aside from that 7-1 blowout against Ottawa, they're fighting to keep it close. And they've been good for so long. Hockey's one of these sports that they do have to rebuild. And I think that these times right now in this season is super important for the young core of McAvoy, Pasta, and Geeky, that when they start gaining the more talent, when they start bringing internal people up from the minor league system and all that you become a better overall team. So these kind of wins that they're putting together that are close wins and even the close losses, I think are paying off in the long run.
Yeah, besides getting blown out the other night 7-2, everything has been a learning experience and a grinding situation that helps the team overall. I agree with that. But when they do fail, it's generally the guys that they depend on. McAvoy, Swayman, when Pastrnak sometimes has these nights I agree with you, man. And I don't.
And Sway is the big anomaly.
I was going to say, I don't know what
the big anomaly. It's Korpisalo's performances have proven that. Listen, unless you have a proven playoff Stanley Cup style goalie, you have to do a 2-man platoon. And Swayman was his best when Ullmark was there, and that was the balance. And the salary cap structure is not going to allow for a top caliber goalie to get paid like that unless he is like that. Mm-hmm. And I like Sway. I like how he's been quiet in some of these games. And I mean quiet in terms of, he's not a Tim Thomas, right? He's not all over the place. He's not a Fleury all over the place. He's very tactical, and I like his style. But if you don't stop the puck, who cares?
Yep. Appreciate you, Will. I hope that they lean on the identity of the team. I know, listen, Korpisalo is not Linus Ullmark. But I do think that, You can lean on him. And I brought this up before the show tonight, but last year he wanted to be leaned on more, and they leaned on Swayman probably because of the money. There was a lot going on there. So this team here, guys, let's be honest, they're grinders. They need to grind out every night. They need to believe in the system. They need to follow. They don't have true talent. They have to buy in. And Sturm can't keep playing guys that aren't going to buy in defensively. Listen, this new defensive zone, okay? The Bruins for years have been playing this zone. It's what they do. The league is changing. They want it to be more of a hybrid situation where, guys aren't wide open in the middle of the net. They want somebody always there to defend. That's their big change. The Panthers do this, right? Other teams in the league do this. I'm not saying it's pretty, but they grind. They have guys out there that are grinders that aren't star players. So, having Elias Lindholm left, but having Hampus Lindholm helps. When McAvoy plays in this kind of style, he's better. Getting Lowry out, I think, has helped. And I think Lowry has been really good on the power play personally. But is the team's identity this goaltending and defense? Or is it Morgan Geekie and David Pastrnak are the only goal scorers, and where else can they get them? Because tonight they got the goaltending and they got secondary scoring. They got the defense, too. They were outshot. Like, they were almost outplayed at times. If they didn't get out to that big lead, that's kind of what saved them. And it still went to overtime, but I think Korpisalo sold the deal. He sold it. Mike's on 93. Mike.
Hey, how are you tonight?
Good, bud.
I think Korpisalo is definitely the best player tonight. Bruins got in trouble when they started playing fancy. How many times did the puck come back in the zone because they just wouldn't clear it out?
Yep.
They tried to make a fancy play out, and, I think that led to the high opportunity chances that Buffalo got tonight.
Yeah, what do you got rattling in there? Is that your car?
I am.
What's rattling, though?
Just pulling in the driveway.
Oh, I think you got a screw loose or something, like a rattle.
So,
Yeah. It kind of sounded like either something was in his cup holder moving around or his glove box needed another screw.
Almost sounded like somebody typing or something.
Yeah, actually, it kind of did. Why is it that's what I focus on when someone calls? Why can't I listen to the take?
I like that they completely ignore it and try to just keep going with the take, though. Not engaging whatsoever.
I'm like, hey, what's rattling there? Well, I'm just pulling in, man.
Yeah, well, Korpisalo, he was pretty good.
We're getting back to the identity guy. I'm just laughing. Mike's in the car, Mike.
Hey, Big Joe. It's Mike in the car.
Hey, Mike.
Long-time season ticket holder. Glad to be on your show finally. But, basically we have, 3/4 line, so it's tough. Like, we stole a game tonight, but still a lot of concerns. I'm just hoping that we can trade, maybe package something up, Swayman, Lowry, but it's gonna be a long season if we depending on what we got.
Mike, I'll say this, right? You went to a game tonight that the Bruins stole. Right?
Yep. Feeling great about that.
All right, so you feel good. You feel good, right?
Feel good on the way home.
No, but what I'm trying to say is, this is what you have to take out of the season. You've been conditioned to go to playoff games for years now, right? As a season ticket holder?
Yeah.
No, you got to go now to watch the team grind. This is rolling up the sleeves and that elbow grease. You know what I'm saying? This isn't enjoying the game and hoping they go to the cup anymore. It's changed.
No, I hate it, but it's disheartening the fact that they got if you look at Providence right now in the AHL, those guys are 7-0. There's so many better players right down there right now that they're not giving the opportunity. I'd rather see them roll the dice with, Georgi Makarov and Lysell and those guys, and just to see what they can do, and if not, move on from them.
Yeah, this is what I would tell you, Mike. I think the Bruins at some point, because the only good thing that Don Sweeney can do is make trades, right? Because the drafting's been a little suspect.
Yep.
He makes good trades. He does. Or he makes quality trades. And I think if you can get some value for, I don't know, man. I mean, they traded for Hustadinov last year, right? Like he's been Minton's still learning, man. Like, right? He's still learning.
Yeah, he's got potential for sure.
This is what I'm trying to say is like that's what you got to look forward to is they might have some guys down there that are playing well, but if they can get like they're not trading Geeky, they're not trading Pastrnak, they probably can't trade Swayman. But could they somehow get someone else? Like Zach is probably the guy. I think he's part of their future, but you might have to give him up at some point if you're not really.
Yeah, I agree.
So, like, that's what I'm trying to say is some of the guys that have come back in return, they've hit on. But you're right. They have right now, they have about 2 or 3 guys that can play in the top 6.
Yeah, and if we happen to make the playoffs by some slim chance, like, they're just going to key on that one good line we have. So, I mean, so I like to see them give the younger guys, across the board a good chance to see what we can do and then move on or keep them.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike. I want to keep it positive tonight. But I can't because I keep talking about Swayman, how he got benched, right? Is that true? And then the other thing is, this guy just mentioned the playoffs, guys. They're grinders. Like, I hope that they fight, but this was a retool of a year, right? Wasn't that the thought was retool?
Retool for certain, Joe, but that was a perfect Bruins call, in my opinion. We got some playoffs talk. We got trade Jeremy Swayman and Mason Lohrei, 2 guys who Bruins fans are kind of out on right now. So trade our junk for something good, which all fans want to do with all their bad players. We even got a little Fabian Lysell and Georgi Merkelov talk as well. We hit the trifecta in that call. That pretty much sums up this Bruins season so far. Maybe the playoffs, maybe trade Jeremy Swayman and Mason Lohrei. Let's talk about the kids in Providence.
I think that he's a season ticket holder conditioned to success. This team is starting a new system with new players, and they've paid guys like Geeky and Pastrnak and Swayman and McAvoy, for that matter, and Zadorov, to be here during this crap. They're also part of the crap, though, right? Like, how's Tanner Jeannot doing? Did you see him tonight? I want to keep it positive.
He's throwing his weight around a little bit. That's pretty much what he does.
Like Victor Arvidsson. He gave it away 3 times tonight.
Not great.
I noticed that. That was something I noticed. Sean Corrali had a tough night tonight.
Who?
Sean Corrali.
Oh, okay. Just
remember
forget about him at times.
Well, he was here years ago.
I know.
Yeah. And, Middlestat wasn't great either. He played 13 minutes.
I thought McAvoy was better tonight.
McAvoy's been better, I think, since he got called out. Dude, he was bad. I was disappointed in the team. Like, that was the night I said, dude, I think McAvoy's done here. But if he buys in, he's going to stay. Poor buy-in, man. Like, I feel bad for you Bruins. Listen, this was a good win. They're 6-7. This is
6-7, Joe. 6-7.
Oh, 6. Oh, yeah. Bird sent me, actually. Now I get it now. I didn't get it at first. He sent me the, what's that thing when the gas law, how you, CO2, what's that thing called? It was in chemistry class.
Like the periodic table?
Is that what it's called? Yeah, the periodic table. He sent me the 6-7 version of it. The HO, which is 6-7. Get it?
I gotcha.
6-7? I miss 6-9. Anyways, we got a giveaway right now. And be caller number 10 to our contest line at 617-931-0985. You'll score a pair of tickets to the PBR Boston at the Garden. It's professional bull riders for the first time ever in Boston this January. Tickets available at tdgarden.com. Let's hit the headline. I'm Joe Murray, and someone doesn't like Halloween. We'll tell you who it is next on the Sports Hub.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Bruins win 4-3 in overtime tonight. They got goals from Morgan Geeky, David Pastrnak, Kastelik, and Hustadinov with the game winner. Good for Husty. Star of the night, though, Jonas Korpisalo. He stopped a lot of shots. I want to tell you that it was exactly 37, and it was. Big night for him. Bees now.
I hate it. I can't stand it. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to not have a little candy if somebody pops on the door. I'm not going to be that much of an ogre. But going out with people wearing outfits to buy candy to me is a complete waste. I can't stand it. You may continue. Go.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. That was Mad Dog, Chris Russo. Out on Halloween. How could he be? How dare you? Not a fan of Halloween? Out. Hey, honey, here's the king-size bars. Let's leave the light on. See you later. I'm going to make sure I'm going to work tonight. What a jerk. Sorry. So, we will not have a live show tomorrow night because we have a Celtics game. So, and Skaz won't be here. We've dressed up before. We were Run DMC, if you remember, one year.
Yes, that's correct.
So maybe I'll have to pull that out of the archives tomorrow. But Skaz is a new homeowner and will be giving away candy as a first-time homeowner in his new town. So you will leave the light on, Skaz.
Yeah, we'll probably be sitting out there. I got a
Who's
cool.
we? Like
my girlfriend.
No, but you've been talking about like maybe getting the other guys in the neighborhood to hang out with?
No. I got a cooler ready to go, so some beers for the local. I'm trying to ingratiate myself into the neighborhood, Joe.
Ingratiate, oh, that's a big one.
Quiet little neighborhood. We met all the neighbors, super nice. Not really a ton of kids directly around us, but I see bikes riding up and down the street pretty often, so we're expecting, I wouldn't say high traffic, but some traffic.
Do you have a pumpkin?
Oh yeah, we not carved, but we have some pumpkins.
Oh.
We haven't quite. We were busy this year, as you can imagine. So no carving this year.
I get tricky when it comes to, I use the pumpkin for many things.
Of course.
So you might have to wait till after November 1st or something like that. So this is good. So you already know what candy you have and everything. Like, can we let the people know what the Scaramuzzino household is going to have for candy?
Oh, we got Snickers, Reese's.
Yes.
We got the good stuff. Skittles, Starburst. I will say my girlfriend.
Starburst, huh? That's a goodie.
My girlfriend tried to buy lollipops as like a staple item, and I put the veto on that very quickly. We cannot be the lollipop household, so I had to. I don't really put my foot down ever, but I had to put the foot down on that one.
You can't do like a bullseye cowtail.
No.
Okay.
You can't be the apple and pencil household.
Candy corn?
Out.
Hell no.
I'm not going to be the Necco wafer household. No offense to the locals, but
you can't have the Whoppers either.
No Whoppers.
Nope.
No Krabby Patties. No, thank you.
Nope. You got to have the goodies. And listen, I've been out there. I have scoured the aisles, and I have seen some really nice combinations. Right? You can get like a Snickers, a Three Musketeer, a Milky Way. I'm trying to think of what else. Hershey bar, Kit Kat, like all in one little thing. That's good. But I do think, and if we had to do a tier, I think the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup is the ultimate Halloween candy.
Are you a Reese's Pieces, guys?
So I used to call it Reese's Pieces.
Yes.
Because of E.T. E.T. loved Reese's Pieces. Yeah, Skaz, I'm in. Give them to me.
Give me the cups first. But yeah, Reese's Pieces are all right.
All right, so I think I told you this when we were growing up, but everyone had like a Halloween bag, right? Like, I'm going to use this.
Pillowcases is what we went with.
So that's what we went with. We went with the big boys.
Oh, yeah.
We went with the big boys. And, man, did we have trades.
Oh, you got to trade.
I'll give you 2 Hershey bars for 1 Reese's. Nope. Yeah, I need 2 Hershey's and a Milky Way. Which are you? So I have now questions. Are you in or out of giving out candy on Halloween? I'm in. The first year I was a homeowner, I left the light on. Only a few kids came, but I bought king-size Butterfingers and king-size Three Musketeers and those Reese's Peanut Butter Cups that had 4 in one.
Oh, the big boys.
So I went king-size.
Family size.
Now, just so you know, we probably only got about 7 or 8 people. So I had myself a nice little Halloween, if you know what I mean. So I enjoyed mine. But the candy outside the bowl that's just left there and not greeting the people. I will tell you, as a child of the city of Boston, when that happened, swiped. I'll even take the damn ball.
I was just about to say, Joe, I will tell you as a child not from the city of Boston, outside Boston, we were dumping. That was a dump situation there.
So there was this house like a few streets over from me, and they used to make baked goods. I'm kind of out on baked goods, but I got to tell you, these people, those cookies, they were really soft. They were really, really good. So anyways, Mad Dog, not a fan of Halloween. Like, who is that man? Hey, any costumes that you're thinking of?
I think we're going to go real simple this year. We're going to be Bob and Linda Belcher. Just throw the aprons on. That's pretty much it. My girlfriend, I think, has like some fake glasses or something.
So we had a visitor to the studio today, and you asked him.
Yes, yeah.
Hey, what are you going to be for Halloween? What was his answer?
He's going to be Happy Gilmore.
That's awesome.
Great costume.
So what do you wear? Bruins jersey?
Got to wear the Bruins jersey, right?
Golf club.
I think his dad's got to be the caddy. We kind of talked him into that one.
Yeah, I said, "Hey, you can be Bad Bunny," and he kind of gave me a weird look. Maybe he didn't know. No, like the Bad Bunny was the caddy.
He was good too.
He was great. I loved him. People want to get in on this.
You got to be careful with the baked goods on Halloween. You know, you never know.
No fruit.
Hey, speaking of baked goods, Joe, you got delivered some tonight as well.
Yes, our fellow who came in, brownies. Even Street Team Joe looked at it. He goes, "I don't need another man's brownies." Respect him, huh, Joe?
That is respect.
He just respects other people's food so much. All right, one more before we go home. Tim's in Leicester. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Joe, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I gotta say, nobody can argue with the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Obviously, that's the supreme candy to give out at Halloween.
Do you know how
here's an interesting one.
Do you know how I eat my Reese's peanut butter cup?
Oh, I couldn't even imagine, Joe.
I stick my finger through it first, and then I lick it, and then I lick it,
bro,
right through the middle, bro.
So check this out. I was calling because my mother started a few years ago giving out, instead of regular candies, I guess she gets these boxes of there's bags of what are those the M&M type cookie bags, like Keebler, whatever. And